We have considered something of the Shekinah pattern of being. We recognize that the fire that burns is the reality of God's love. The light that glows is the reality of truth. And the cloud of glory is the expression, the manifestation of life. Life is the child born of the union of love and truth. We become, in the true sense, sons and daughters of God when we let the Shekinah pattern of being control in our lives. When we let God's love and truth come to a point of union in us, we begin to have the experience of motherhood, in the sense of being the means by which life is born into action on earth. We speak of the invisible planes of being as the positive aspect of the whole holy world, and these three outer planes of being in which we function as the negative aspect of the whole holy world. The positive and the negative, male and female, and living on earth as focalizations of the crowning creation, the crowning manifestation of the negative triune world. We begin to realize what it is to share motherhood, regardless of whether we are male or female. Something that God the Father has fathered in us is born through us. But if there is to be a child born in this sense, it must first be conceived. It must have its period of gestation in the womb. And it must have the privilege of birth. Mankind is the mother aspect of God being in this world. The invisible reality of God, being the body of many God beings, is the father aspect in relationship to this world. We begin to have an awareness of deity. Now we remember, in the beginning was Shekinah, and the Shekinah was with God, and Shekinah was God in manifest action, in reality. The same was in the beginning with God. And then all things were made by Shekinah, and without Shekinah was not anything made that was made. In Shekinah was life. Why? Because Shekinah is the pattern wherein love and truth find union and bring forth life. And the life that is to be used in any moment is born in that moment. It is there, if there is the union of love and truth. But if you believe many things that are not true, then you're asking love to have union with a lie, and it won't do it. Neither love nor truth will commit adultery. You can't force them to. Love and truth will not commit adultery. Love must be married to truth before love can father anything that can be born on earth. But when we begin to recognize that love and truth belong together in a state of wedded bliss, true union, they will have a child, and that child will be life. And as long as love and truth remain in union in you, life will be manifesting through you. So, if we would have the process of living, we must let love and truth be married in us, that they may be in union in us. And then life appears like a fountain. Life is from God, but how does life come from God or manifest in any form? Love and truth must be in union in the form through which life is to manifest. Whether it's a blade of grass, an amoeba, or a man or a woman. And in Shekinah was life. Shekinah means the union of love and truth with the manifest child of life, glory. The glory of the child, of bringing forth. And so whatever there is to appear through us as human beings, or as a body of human beings, as mankind, if it is to be the reality of being, must be fathered by God. Why do we call him the Father if he isn't going to have the functions of a father and cause something to be conceived in us, that it may gestate in us and be born through us? The function of the father and the function of the mother. Mankind is supposed to be Mother God made manifest. Now, mankind is not at the present time. The body of mankind has played the whore and has had union with everything it could find except God. Union with all kinds of things, but not with God the Father. But if God the Father is to have meaning, then God the Mother must have meaning. And the whole body of mankind, including every man, woman, and child, is supposed to be a member of God the Mother. Now this pattern is clearly revealed in the biblical portrayal. And what we find spoken of as Jehovah in the Old Testament is supposed to be the manifestation of God the Mother, not God the Father, although God the Father is revealed through God the Mother. And the union between the two is supposed to bring forth something. The manifestation not just of the fact of life, but of the forms, the experiences, by reason of which life may appear. If we just have life as an elusive spirit, it has no meaning on earth. There must be a form for the manifestation of life. And what are these forms? We say your body. Yes. And its capacities. Yes. But experience is a form through which life appears. According to what? The control and design of truth and the fire of love. For you cannot separate these three. That is a family pattern. And if you try to take the child away from the parents, or if you think you're going to separate the parents, you lose all three. It will not work. It's a family pattern. Love and truth and life. And life is the child. Truth is the mother. Love is the father. But the Shekinah family must manifest through something. Your body and its capacities. Yes. And when we have a unit body with many members, or what we might call the Christ body, then the Shekinah family is manifesting through that unit body. And the unit body is a manifestation of God the Mother, which must be then in union with God the Father, the one who dwells. But the forms through which the Shekinah family appears are many. Your body as a member of the body of mankind on an individual basis. The body of a group, friends, all kinds of relationships. But the body of experience. For experience is a body, a form through which something invisible is made visible to the glory of God, to the manifestation of God's life on earth, and to the blessing of the children of men. In Shekinah was life. It's the only place where you can find life. For the Shekinah pattern of being, in one way or another, makes possible the life manifestation in any part of vegetation, the insects, the birds, the fish, the animals, wherever life is found. So we begin to really know life, not just about it, not just the results of its presence. We begin to find that we can know life and know what it is. And once we begin to know life, we are in position to function in relationship to life. Once we realize that the body of mankind, properly including every man, woman, and child, of every color and race, regardless of creed or belief, everyone is supposed to be a member of the body of mankind, which in turn is supposed to become the body of God the Mother. That God the Father may conceive something in God the Mother, and that it may gestate in the womb of God the Mother and be born. Now there is the creative process. How do you think the animals were formed? How do you think anything was formed? They were all made by Shekinah. There was the union of love and truth with the consequent birth of life, but it had to be in relationship to a form of some kind. How was the form provided? The body of man or the body of anything. By reason of the fatherhood of God and the motherhood of God. God the Father in the so-called invisible realms, God the Mother in this realm, and there was a conception with respect to that which was to take form, and the body of God the Mother provided the means whereby that which was conceived was given forth and was brought forth in what we call birth. Creation, with respect to vibratory fields and cycles, etc., some of which we have studied. Once you begin to comprehend this, you realize the sacredness of God and the things of God. You realize that you can be a part of the body of God the Mother only as you keep sacred things sacred. We think of the female body as being a beautiful thing. You are supposed to be a part of a female body. Man or woman makes no difference. The body of Mother God. And the substitute name for God the Mother is Jehovah. Now that is not the right pronunciation. Just as the name Jesus is a substitute name, it is not the right pronunciation. Once we begin to comprehend these things intellectually, if the mind is willing to rest and be still, we can begin to perceive through feeling, the eye of the heart, that which cannot be known any other way, and the ear of the heart, the perceptions of the feeling nature. So the mind begins to have an awareness of idea, of truth, of design. But the mind does not try to struggle with it. The mind comes under control and is at rest, at peace, relaxed, serene, tranquil. Be still and know that I am God. And then we begin to know that the name of our Lord, the Lord of love, the name that applies not only to the body, but to the Shekinah pattern of being which He reveals, is something of exquisite beauty, of loveliness. And we remember that the letter killeth, but the Spirit giveth life. And what is that Spirit? Yielding to it? Can we know it? If the mind is tranquil, if there is serenity, if there is peace and trust, true yielding, we can begin to know the name of our King. And through His name we can begin to know the Spirit of His presence. For the King is also a prince. He is king to us and a prince in relationship to His still higher pattern of being, the Prince of Peace. And in the stillness, in the quietness of the Holy of Holies, we hear the breathing of the breath of life. And upon the breath, we hear a name. And there is an answering. And there is a union of God the Father and God the Mother. And something divine is conceived in the body of God the Mother. And in season the child shall be born. And the form shall appear by which life is made manifest. That all who will may come to know that the Lord, He is the God. The Lord, He is the God. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed is thy name to us. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. And so are you enfolded in the cosmic all that is, that you may dwell in the secret place of the Most High, and abide under the shadow of the Almighty. For the shadow is the evidence of His presence, and Shekinah is the evidence of the presence of the one who dwells. So let it be in you and through you, now and forever.